Howdy, folks. Widget Walls from needcoffee.com here. Back again for another Wayhomer. Here's how it works. For the uninitiated, I have just left the cinema, which is behind you that way. And I've seen a film. I'm going to tell you about it on my way home. And today we're here to talk about Killer Elite. Okay, Killer Elite. So yeah, I thought, well, I could go see Abduction, and I'm not actually kidding when I say that, because I was intrigued at the notion that that kid from Twilight was going to become a movie producer and get like Alfred Molina and Sigourney Weaver to be in his movie. And I thought, okay, I'm at least intrigued. But I thought, well, really, with my audience, they want to know, are Clive Owen and Jason Statham smacking the crap out of each other, you know, enough to make Killer Elite worth seeing. So I opted to go see Killer Elite. Never let it be said that I do not anticipate the wants and desires of my audience. Now, so synopsis is this, and it's going to be very basic because, well, let me put it this way. The trailer is, we'll get more on it in a second, but the trailer is clever in that the film is a bit more convoluted than it makes it out to be. The trailer makes it out to be Clive Owen, Jason Statham, smacking the crap out of each other. It's crap smack or something, right? But it's a little bit more than that. So the synopsis is this. You've got Jason Statham, badass killer guy. You've got Robert De Niro, badass killer guy, mentor. And Jason Statham decides he wants out. This guy needs a job done, and he needs the best there is. We're talking about this often. The best there is at what he does. So he basically kidnaps Robert De Niro, wants to bring Jason Statham back on board because he's wanted to leave the business of killing, and basically says, do the job or I kill Robert De Niro. That's a safe enough synopsis. I don't want to ruin what the trailer has set up / not set up. Now, part of the thing is this. The trailer, first of all, kudos to whoever cut the trailer, because the trailer, like I said, makes it look like a simple, straight up crap smack type of film, when you know, just two action stars trying to kill each other the whole time. When in actuality, it is more of a, you know, thriller type, espionage type of film, which is both good and bad. Now, it's good in that, you know, you can only have, in theory, you can only have so many scenes of people trying to kill each other. Now, I think that's a horrible theory, because depending on the film, I'm fine with just wall-to-wall type of stuff, right? So that's fine. But the problem with this film is, it wants to, how do I best put this? It's got the body, okay, think about the car, i.e. my mom's basement. If you think about the car, it's got like the body of a spy thriller, okay? But it's got the engine of just a mindless action film. And I say that because it takes, what you wind up with is you've got pockets of really interesting action, you know, in a sea of tedious exposition. Let me try to give you an example. If you are trying to establish that characters are badasses who have been working for a while killing people, The way to not do this in an impressive way is to simply list off places that they've been in dialogue. I mean, literally, it's like, well, what about this place? And what about this place? And what about this place? Okay, that's not a good sign, all right? And part of the problem is, if you are going mindless action, where they're just trying to smack the crap out of each other, then we don't actually need a lot of dialogue. We don't actually need a lot of setup. We don't need a lot of writing, really. We just need action. But if you're getting into the espionage bit where there's actual plot and things happening that have to sort of make sense, then you need people talking to one another to explain what's going on. But the problem is, because this is, at its heart, still a mindless action flick, it's got mindless action flick dialogue, like seriously thudding exposition, where people are just, they're trying to sell the lines as best they can, okay? Because you've got De Niro and you've got Jason Statham, who I know is known for like smacking the crap out of people, but actually I think is a decent actor. You got Clive Owen, you've got a bunch of, I'm sure if I looked them up, you know, really good British character actors playing all these old guys with their secret society thing. So you've got that, right? But it's just the exposition just thuds. And so literally you've got a couple of good action sequences, but the first really amazing, like, wow action sequence is about an hour into the film. And it just so happens to be a fight between the two leads, right? Now, it's not all gloom and doom, because if you've been sick of watching De Niro, who is versatile, be in stuff like Meet the Fockers or whatever, you get to see De Niro be a badass, which is nice, okay? You get to see Jason Statham be a badass. You get to see Clive Owen be a badass. Oh, and here's the other thing. If you're going to give your character some kind of physical thing going on, Clive Owen, let me just spare you the trouble. Clive Owen's character has lost an eye. He's got what's apparently it's supposed to be an artificial eye in, okay? Explain that. Because you can't tell, you just see glimpses of it, and so every time he's on screen, I'm too busy trying to figure out what's up with his eye. You know, I'm going, is he trying to be David Bowie with two different eyes? It didn't make any sense. So at least give me something. As long as you're doing exposition out the wazoo, you might as well explain something like that that's going to distract from me trying to get into the film. So I mean, but that's the thing that kills it, is that you do have some action bits, maybe 5 action sequences within the entire film, really. And then the rest of it is just waiting to get to the next action bit. And it has an ending that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So it's just, it really is disappointing. And it keeps, because it's got that smaller engine in it, it keeps hitting, shall we say, a downward slope. So you think, okay, it's going to pick up speed, and it doesn't even have to be speed. It doesn't even have to be mindless action or speed. It's just going to start clicking as an espionage film and this thriller type of thing, and with people with the earpieces in and the talking in their sleeve, and we're going to get a lot more of that, and it's going to be good. And then it just, I don't know, shifts into neutral again, and it gets lost. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty much cut and dried, sadly. That it just needed to go one of two directions, or it just needed to stay where it was and just have some better writing. And what's really weird is, I did not know this, apparently it is based on a supposedly non-fiction book by Ralph Fiennes. I'm sure I'm saying his name completely wrong. But like the Explorer guy. Okay? And I'm going, really? I know they said based on a true story, but then again, Fargo said that, right? So, but you go, but I don't want to give away why in the film you start to go, what? But Ralph Fiennes, it's based on a book, and the movie gets a little meta at one point, which is odd. So, I mean, points for aspiring to create, a thriller type of film that's a thriller with a capital T, as opposed to just thriller because you've got a bunch of action shots, but it just doesn't make it. I mean, it needed to decide on a direction and just put the pedal on the floor, or sit outside your house and just monitor you, I guess. That's it. Wow. Although it really was good to see De Niro be assassin guy. That was kind of cool, I must admit. cup-wise, I'm going to give it a cup and a half. Because, I mean, honestly, there were stretches where I was looking at... If I had had a watch, I would have been looking at it. And the only reason I didn't look at my phone is because the screen lights up, and that's rude. And as far as should you go see it... I mean, I know from an action standpoint, it seems like, oh, this is great. It would be an action film. But if the mindless action is what you're going for, to see these two stars kicking the crap out of each other, you'll be better off waiting for DVD and skipping to the good bits. So I don't even know who to say should go see this weekend. I mean, if you absolutely cannot stay away, please just see a matinee and save a few bucks. That's all I'm going to say. So there you go, another Wayhomer in the can. Relatively short one, I think. I can never tell when I'm doing these things. So I just want to take a brief moment to say thank you to everyone who has been helping out by every time we do any of these things, we get some donations in, we get some people sponsoring Need Coffee, which is important because, as Rob is fond of saying, it does keep the lights on. And like I said, your donations and stuff, whether you go to needcoffee.com/support or needcoffee.com/sponsorship, either way, it helps pay for stuff like the movie tickets, because I don't get these tickets for free. I actually do go and pay. So, there you have it. Thanks again to everyone for watching these things. Hope you enjoy them, and we may have another one this weekend, but probably not for the film you're thinking about. Who knows? Oh, suspense. So, we'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, please don't pull out in front of me. Please. I wasn't waving at you.